D-Unit run things. Whole league no things. 3 big sides in his hand. Whole crowd sing his name. Mighty Saw Park, crowd so loud. Dolleton jump, Breedle proud. 1 man chill on the touchline still. 3 teams move, how he will beat Rahi quick. Beat Morant clean. Look, Avi, I'll feel the heat. Every ground, same story again. Scoreboard light up his name. D-Unit, D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Galleyton dance with a rivals cry. D-Unit, D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with a master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. One out front, ice cold calm, 1/2 chance, hit like a storm, net shake mad, crowd jump fence, hold back line, lose their sense, roll take a ball when the South Park sun, last home game but the work all done, legend walk slow, tears in his eye, D-Unit, clap with a fist up high, D-Unit, greatest of all time, running 3 clubs on the same headline, from South Park Road to Breedle Sky, Galleyton dance with a rivals cry, D-Unit, thunder in the stand, boss of the league with the master plan, raise your hands high when the teams walk through, everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. Who beat Rahi? D-Unit. Who beat Murat? D-Unit. Luka Navi? D-Unit. Ox the league? Who run it? 3 big badges, 1 big brain, 3 home crowd scream his name from first kick-off to the last full time. He rewrite the history line. D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance when the rivals cry. D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. 1 score, 1 wave, goodbye fight 2. Whole world know that he built his crew. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you.
Hello and welcome. We're back for some watch-alongs at long last. And yes, I have been a little bit unwell, which is why we've not had any to this point. But we're back for the England versus Croatia game. D-Unit's feeling it. My South Park team, they've just, thankfully, Spooty are sponsoring the channel, literally have just spanked down an 8-0 flogging in Division 2. So I'm off to a hot start here. We're about to get straight underway, straight into this. I'll bring you the lineups in a second. But it looks like England are about to get us underway. Actually, no, it's not England. Maybe it's Croatia getting us underway. I'm not sure. I'm just adjusting the volume. No, it is. It's going to be Declan Rice kicking us off here. Look, I've got some doubts about this lineup that Thomas Tuchel's picked. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the squad he picked in to begin with. Going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going pretty well with fantasy as well. I think I'm currently on 91 points, sorry. We are officially underway. Declan Rice has got us underway. Let's get that timer on the screen. Hopefully everything is working all right. There we go. Happy days, get that off. And I need that other page. There we go. Sweet. I've got the chat in front of me now. Hopefully that looks all right. We're not lagging, even better. This is a good start. Happy days. Yeah, so let's go through the lineups here. That is for England. It is, hold on, so they are the home team technically, and they're in a red shirt. No, they're not in a red shirt. ESPN lied to me. They're not in red. They're in white, which makes sense because that's what they're always in when they are the home team. Let's go to the lineup. So in goal, it is Jordan Pickford. Apparently there was rumours around that he wasn't going to get a start here, but he has got a start here. Nico O'Reilly at left back, John Stones and Konza in a centre-back pairing, which is just a bizarre pairing when you've got Mark Gay here and you're starting John Stones, who's barely played football this season. That is just, I don't know about that. Reece James starts at right back. It's pretty as you are in the midfield. It's Anderson and Rice in the midfield too. Then this is where it gets a bit interesting. Bellingham does start as number 10. There was rumours about potentially he might get a start, but then off the left is Anthony Gordon and off the right is Matt Wakey. and leading the line is Kane. For what it's worth, I think that is an atrocious lineup, but that's just my opinion. On to Croatia. There is Livakovic in goal, Gvardiol, Vuskovic, Satulo in a back three, Perisic in a left wing-back role, and Stanisic in a right wing-back role. Modric and Sukic are in the midfield too. Then it is Musa leading the line with... What? That's really bizarre. Why have they done that on mobile? You can't even see who's actually in that position there. That's really not very clever, whoever did that. They need to probably look at that UI because that is actually impossible for me to read who those other two players are. That's actually really dumb. I only know the England one because I looked at it before. For Croatia, it's... I don't know who that is. Someone. 2 in the 10 roles. It's like an Amarin system. I can't read it because of the fact that they've put it. That's actually stupid. Hold on, maybe if I open up my phone a bit bigger, I might be able to read it. Aha, here we go. We can read it. All right, it's Baturina and Palisic. My God, that is actually, that has got to be the dumbest UI I've ever seen on a mobile site. Anyway, those are the lineups. I can't even see who's on the bench because my phone won't show it. But here we are. I'm expecting this game to be 1-0 to England. That is my score prediction. And I've been pretty hot on my score predictions throughout the early part of the tournament, outside of Australia's game, which I thought Australia were good. I'll hold my hands up and say, I still don't know who scored for Australia. I've watched the goals. I don't know any of the team except Lecky, and he's an old fart. And the rest of them, I'd heard of Suter, but I mean, how Turkey? I mean, maybe Murat was playing up front. That's the only explanation I can give for why Turkey were any good. Because, what weren't any good is because of the fact that they were god-awful. But, hey, that's what the World Cup's all about. Croatia early looking down the left-hand side here. It's wrapped up there by John Stones, who, I'm not going to lie, I'm still shocked. I'm legitimately baffled how he managed to get a ticket to the US. I'm legit baffled how he got he's just not very good. And he's injury prone. I wouldn't be surprised if he broke down. And then everyone goes, well, why'd you buy him? Why'd you bring him on the plane, you Wally? But yeah, anyways, it is one of those ones where we just sit there and hope that... I'm hoping England win. I want to see England win, but I've got no faith in a German leading the team. And also the fact that the squad he's picked, I think, is absolute arse. But that's just my personal opinion. And I'm a bloody... non-know-it-all backseat fan. I think it's the best way of describing it. Anyway, England's attack so far has looked god-awful. Their first little play forward, they've just turned the ball straight back over to the Croatian team. Croatia, for what it's worth, Modric, even at 40, is probably still better than most of our midfielders in the England team. Well, that's saying something. A lot of our balls may left at home. Jordan Pickford coming out here to clear the ball. A little ambitious pass over the top there from the Croatian backline, almost catching out the slothful-looking Konza and John Stones at the back, it has to be said. Anyways, hello, everyone. The FIFA app crashed, did it? I've got no England players. Yeah, I've got no England players either. Bruno Fernandes he was disappointing. Portugal, for what it's worth, were disappointing. I didn't actually watch the game. I slept through it. Yes, Rahi is probably going to tell me, oh, Ronaldo didn't score, whatever. Well, mate, he's not playing bloody farmers. I mean, Algeria and Jordan are the definition of a stat-padding group if ever I've seen it. And Messi's been doing nothing for pretty much the last year anyway, whereas Ronaldo's been winning the Golden Boot of the Saudi League and winning a trophy. So he's probably a little bit more tired because he's having to carry the team on his back. For what it's worth, neither of them should be at the World Cup because they're both has-beens as far as I'm concerned. 3-0 Anderson hat-trick, come on England. Deskov has been back up for a couple of hours now. Wow, mad. Croatia for the win. I've got 98 points so far. Happy days. Hello, Avi. Hello, he's gazing. 104 points, but no England. 18 from the D-League. How many are in that? There's quite a few. I'm not going to lie, there is a lot of people in the league. I haven't actually looked at the numbers, but there's quite a few. And for what it's worth, Rahi seems to think that Congo are easy beats, but the last time I checked, I recognise most of the players in the Congo team, and I recognise 2 players in the Algerian team, and one of them is a 40-year-old Mahrez who probably should have been left at home with me. John Stones for attack threat set piece FC. We'll pop back in during hydration breaks and halftime as the wife is watching some crap on the TV. My daughter has the laptop. Of course, I'm the boss of the house. Oh, Cole, that's the definition of a boss. Can you give us an epic rant about hydration break? Oh, mate, they're like the NBA version of football. It's because they're in the US. I don't even know what happened. The nighttime games, I don't understand how they're not hydration breaks are even required. Why do you need hydration breaks when it's nighttime? I mean, the sun's not out. Like, why are we wasting game? Like, they literally waste 15 minutes in the games that start. I'm assuming in the UK, it might be the midnight games and the 3 a.m. games in the UK. Why there are drinks breaks in those games is beyond me. The sun has gone down. Like, it is a nighttime game. What is wrong with you? It's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. But this is the US. We're talking about the US. They love a break and play. You want to know why they love a break and play? Then they can put on some advertising. They can they can wheel out their ads and all that other crap stuff that no one likes. But the US love it. I mean, they all love going and getting a hot dog from the hot dog stand, right? I'm assuming in the mega sized drinks and all the rest of it. That's what the US is all about. I've never been there, but apparently, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. That would be my guess anyway. Where are we at here? I need to go here. Need to go. What am I doing here? I'm actually surprised my nose is not completely blocked today. That's always a good sign. Maybe that's a sign I'm finally turning the corner. Declan Rice, first header in. I thought it's worth. I reckon. Is that a penalty? It's a penalty to England. Oh, it's a clumsy foul on Reece James, and Harry Kane's going to put England in front. It's a poor challenge from Luka Modric, who probably should have stayed home in his grandpa home. And Matt Wakey doing what he does best, running in front and not doing a hell of a lot else. But it's a clear foul in the box. There's no way that's going to be overturned. Matt Wakey just gets in front of him. Modric has just got the awareness of a 40-year-old that he actually is. And that's 100% a penalty. No need to check that on VAR. It's going to be Harry Kane to take here. And, well, his record for England, the last 5 penalties, he's scored 4 of them. He's put 1 miles wide of the post. And it's safe to say that I don't see a world where this is not going to be 1-0 to the England. The perfect start that Thomas Tuchel needed. No way has he actually saved it. Apparently, maybe I'm running slightly behind. I mean, we are on SBS On Demand, and for what it's worth, I feel like they are running a minute behind on every game so far, even though this says it's live. Harry Kane. I mean, for what it's worth, I think the Croatian keeper is actually pretty good. But, I mean, this is the perfect start. But let's have a look. Harry Kane versus old mate in goal and Pink. Maybe the Pink will put him off. Oh, he's balked. It's a horrible penalty. It has been saved. Harry Kane, you absolute melon. You absolute melon. What's he complaining about? Oh, apparently they're checking. He reckons there's a bit of encroachment off the line, or he reckons the keeper went early. Harry Kane is adamant that the keeper went off his line here. I just think you've taken a really poor penalty. Modric is saying maybe, I think this might be a retake. Harry Kane's adamant that it should be retaken, and the referee agrees. VAR have said that the keeper went too early. I mean, that's a poor decision there. What is he doing? Why is he going off his line? Oh, Kane with the balk. Kane with the balk has balked him into coming off his line. I think that is soft. I can't believe they're allowing him to retake this. Yeah, SBS On Demand are slightly behind. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know why they're this far behind. It's they just are. All right, well, the good news is you can watch the game live and then listen to me do it instead. Surely he's not going to cock up the second time, surely. I mean, if he cocks up the second time, rule England out. We're not winning anything if Harry Kane can miss a penalty twice in a row to begin our World Cup journey. Surely this is going to be 1-0. All right, the retake is on. Harry Kane doesn't muck around this time, and he puts it away emphatically. Why he didn't do that the first time around, I've got no idea, but it is 1-0 to England. And there we go. Harry Kane gives England the perfect start at the second time of asking. I feel like he's been, sometimes I swear FIFA are behind like just teams getting certain places and manipulating results. I feel like it's a very soft retake, but it is what it is. 1-0 to England. Happy days. Let's go. Doesn't matter how you win as long as you win. Yeah, I know, the correct score league. I know, I'm doing pretty well in the correct score league. It's been one of those interesting ones. I'm going to have to try and see if I can get the Fire Stick on instead, because I'll admit, I'm aware that this is running a good minute behind, but this, according to SBS, is actually live. It's not. I think this is what happens. You allow the Australian Broadcast Network to broadcast anything for free, and this is what you get, a minute bloody delay. But this is actually the live footage. Anyway, England 1-0. Now it's going to be 80 minutes of absolute boredom, and I'm going to try and entertain you for as long as humanly possible. Look at that, 2 minutes from live. Look at that. All right, there we go. Maybe it's fixed it. Hold on, is it increased time there? Let's have a look. I don't know. Anyways, that's a disgrace. I really thought Ligovic had at least. I thought, yeah, I agree. I think that one part of his foot was a little bit behind the line at the bare minimum. I'm legitimately shocked that's turned out the way it has, but it has. And England 1-0 up. They're exceptionally lucky. Yeah, I agree. I was hoping that we'd win legitimately, not having to get free handouts from FIFA. There's nothing worse. I was like, that's what I feel like the last World Cup was. It was FIFA making sure that Messi won a World Cup. It was all about that, because some of the dodgy penalties that got given in that tournament for Argentina were disgraceful. And I think that is the definition of just getting a little bit of just a freebie handing down, because he's missed a penalty. How that's been allowed to be retaken for that is beyond me, but hey, sometimes these things happen. The missus is asking what happened. I'm just explaining to her what happened. He stood off his line too quickly. FIFA being very generous. That's what I would say it is. Look at this. So we've got Martin Tyler commentating the England game. Now, I don't know what you've got in the UK, but Martin Tyler is doing the English commentary for SBS. This is the best commentators I've had. The last few days, I've woken up and I've listened to Americans commentating on the game, and they call it soccer. They call it soccer. Like, you see that, mate? Like, the way they talk is just non-enthusiastic about football in general. Sorry, I don't mean to sit there and have a go at Americans. That's not what I'm about. I'm just saying the way they commentate football is criminal. They should not be allowed anywhere near a microphone and commentary, especially when they don't even call it the correct sport. That really does my head in. Messi should have been sent off last night. Yeah, there's a lot of cards. I mean, the opening game of the World Cup was hilarious. Someone said put a bet on a red card. I mean, that dude loves a red card. Madwakey, again, this is what he does. He goes all the way down the right-hand side, no end product as per usual. He does win a corner, I suppose, so I suppose that is some sort of end product. I'm just not sold by him. Like, What did he actually produce for Arsenal outside of corners this season? Like, how many goals did he get? I reckon, I don't know what the stats are. I'm going to look this up. I reckon Madwakey got under 5 goals across the season in the Premier League, and I reckon he got under 5 assists. Am I correct? Let's have a look. I'm going to see if I can figure this out. Hold on. All right, Declan Rice with the corner. A nice delivery. Unfortunately, no one was on the end of it, but it is picked up on the outside of the box by Elliot Anderson, who hits it straight into a Croatian player, but he does recycle the possession. It goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Where's the transfer button here? I can't even look at the transfers. That's annoying. Madwakey, where is he? Oh, I can't check. He doesn't exist. He doesn't exist because he's crap. Let's have a look. Madwakey stats this season. Madwakey Premier League stats this season. All right, so Madwakey's stats this season. He made 26 starts. No, he made 26 appearances, only 16 starts. Oh, my God, it's even worse than I thought it was. He recorded 3 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League this season. 3 goals and an assist for the entire season. I stand by the fact he has got no end product, and I have no idea why he's on the team sheet, but he is. And meanwhile, you've got Jared Bowen, who Jared Bowen scored, I think, almost 10 goals, and he had over 12 assists, and literally plays the role a hell of a lot better than what Madwakey does. And I still don't understand why he's not out there instead of Madwakey. That's just me. And Anthony Gordon has been an absolute fraudster in the Premier League this season. What on earth Tuchel saw in him, I'll never know. I also don't understand why Barcelona wouldn't just pay 30 million for Marcus Rashford, but instead are happy to pay 80 million for Anthony Gordon. That mass and the caliber of player actually baffles me, because Anthony Gordon is nowhere near as good as Marcus Rashford. On his day, Marcus Rashford is at least a double better footballer than Anthony Gordon in my eyes. Maybe I'm slightly biased, but Anthony Gordon is a one-trick pony, and he quite often gets found out pretty quickly. He gave Saka a rest. I mean, Saka's going to be resting all tournament, isn't he? And this is the thing, right? He's given Saka a rest. Why would you not take a better player that was in more form? Like, Jared Bowen was in form. No one can argue that point. Jared Bowen was in form. Morgan Gibbs-White in form. Madwakey has not been in form all season. Like, he's literally picked a player that's not in form, that has no end product, that delivers nothing except running and making himself look flashy and just failing to underwhelm. I mean, I can guarantee you what's going to happen. England walk through the groups like they always do. It'll be pretty boring football, probably finish 1-0 today. And then we'll get to the knockout stages. And when we actually need good footballers, he's going to look at his bench, and he's going to have Anthony Gordon, and he's going to have Madwakey, and he's going to have an injury-prone Saka, and it has Marcus Rashford, who he's going to be pissing off already by starting him on the bench, and his head's probably out of the game already. I mean, he'll be going home in the round of 16, probably. I've got England, actually, unfortunately. I was doing my bracket prediction, and the way, because I think England and Brazil both top their groups, I think that they'll meet in the quarterfinals, and I think Brazil will walk all over this England team with the way that if he picks this England team we're seeing tonight, I think they've got no chance against Brazil in the quarterfinals. I think they get absolutely railroaded. And that's sad, because I feel like the England team he could have picked should have been favourites to win the tournament, but as soon as he picked that squad, they dropped from favourites down to about 8th. There's a reason why, because he left a lot of good players that were in form at home and picked a lot of players that I still don't understand. I mean, Jordan Henderson. Are we going to see Jordan Henderson this tournament? What's he there for? Cheerleader? Get the pom-poms out on the touchline? A little bit of yellow and red? And maybe they'll inspire the players to greatness? I've got 1-0. 1-0. Yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White. I still don't understand how he's not in the team. How did he not get a ticket, man? He's the top scoring English player in the Premier League this season, and he didn't get a ticket. And yet we've got Madwakey, who got 3 goals and 1 assist for the entire season. Started 16 times. So it just doesn't make any sense. Some of these decisions make no sense. Jordan Henderson, what's he offering? Could have taken Harry Maguire. For what it's worth, I think he would have been a far better. Oh, here we go. Bellingham on the counter here. He looks at Madwakey and thinks, mate, you're not going to do anything, so I'm going to do it myself. He goes into the box. He tries to get past way too many players and eventually gives the ball over to the Croatian goalkeeper, who says, thank you very much, Bellingham. But there we go. Bellingham looked at Madwakey and thought, this dude's going to do nothing. I'm not going to give him the ball. And I'm not surprised. I wouldn't give him the ball either. Different stratosphere of player. I know it's a lot of Madwakey just dislike, but I just don't understand the pick. And he's done nothing for Arsenal. Yeah, he won the Premier League because their defence is elite. It's nothing to do with Madwakey's brilliance. I mean, 4 attacking returns across the season did not help well, maybe it did help Arsenal win the title. I don't know. Maybe he got a winning goal in there somewhere, but I don't think he did. I feel like all his goals in that came in games where they won by multiple goals. So I don't even think he actually won them any points per se. I've really just absolutely roasted him, haven't I? Most people are mystified by some of it. Yeah, exactly. I've gone 2-1 to Croatia. It felt like Eze Madueke going to Arsenal was then giving up on the World Cup. I know. It's like they just went to Arsenal and they just got picked because they won the league. For what it's worth, I think Eze should be starting over Madueke. At least you know that he's actually got some product in him. Oh, okay. He has come off the line. I've just seen the first penalty back. His foot just goes, he goes ever so close. It's just a tiny bit. Unfortunately, there's nothing on the line. It's actually a good call from VAR, but I tell you what, that is exceptionally lucky for England and Harry Kane. Oh, and here we go. 22 minutes in, we've got a pissy-ass hydration break. This is ridiculous. Bring the Eskies out. Where are the ice vests? Put the ice vests on, boys. This is rubbish. It's just an excuse to put in a couple of ads. Maybe I'm gonna run some tailored ads during the hydration break. Criminal. I'm actually end of the first quarter. Man, I'm actually getting hot. This is a good sign. I'm getting hot, which means that I must be getting better because I have not been feeling like this for a while. All right, let's get that off. There goes half my body mass. All right. Well, I mean, what do you do during a hydration break? I can't drink because it's the middle of the week and I'm at work. So I can't even do that. So here we are. Hydration break. Can of Red Bull. This stream is not sponsored by Red Bull, but it should be because of the fact that I'm drinking a can of Red Bull and they should pay me for that advertisement. Also, if you want, we are looking. Hold on. I've got some advertisement actually. Where are we at? If you want to win yourself a shirt, make sure you've joined the mini league code. The code should hopefully be on the screen. If not, it should be in the stream description. But we are giving away your choice this for the World Cup. You can either get the red one, which is right there, the purple one, which is the OG shirt that's back there, or the blue one, which is... Look at this. This hydration break goes on way too long. I've still got time to go on about this. Or you can have the blue one, which is right here. Your choice. If you win the FPL, sorry, not the FPL, the World Cup Fantasy Mini League, your choice of shirt. I actually need to send Mark one because he won the Footium League this season. I've just completely forgot about it. So someone remind me at the end of this to hit Mark up and I'll get him his address and his things and I'll send him on the way. How's the homelander of FPL doing? He's preparing for next game, Rahi, I believe. He's preparing for the 12th man appearance for the D-Units team. Hydration break is almost over. Thank the Lord, because I tell you what, this has been a very long break and I'm kind of over it already. Advert break. I've got to create a tailored advert. I'm going to talk about a product and try and sell you a product that I've made up. Actually, you know what? I've got the perfect. Tomorrow we're going to do one. Not tomorrow, the day after. Sorry. When we're on the weekend, we'll be doing a few watch-alongs. There's some good games to watch there. I'm going to do the Australian game just for the people out there that have been asking me to do an Australian game. I have no inclination. I'll be supporting the USA because I'm going to have USA players. And I've got no interest in Australia winning. I know I live here, but I don't follow Australia. And I know that might baffle a few people, but I don't. Anyways, the football is now officially back underway. It's really weird because they don't stop the clock right. So the clock keeps going regardless during this hydration break. It is the definition of utter stupidity, that break. And I'm so glad that we won't have to see it again, hopefully, outside of the World Cup. I just think it's crap that we're wasting 5 minutes, pretty much a half, on just nothing. I can't believe we've got another one to go in the second half. I'm back. I don't get what people see in Matt Wakey, even with Chelsea's crap season. I don't miss him at all. You ain't getting better, Darius. Let me call you an ambulance. Cheeky pint break. Calling you now. These breaks will be in place across Europe within the next few years. I hope not. I don't think there's any... I actually think that they just... I understand. They have them at the beginning of the season because the beginning of the season is hot, and sometimes towards the end of the season it's hot as well. But if you sit there and have a break like that in the middle of winter, you're just going to end up with players getting soft tissue injuries. Like, that's just a fact, because that happens in AFL all the time. Players come off, they come back on, they run, and it's cold, and they ping a hamstring. More often than not, they ping a hamstring or they ping a calf muscle. That's what will happen if they introduce hydration breaks in England, because it's bloody cold. And if you sit down and wander around and get a break for bloody 5 minutes, you're going to end up with a lot more injuries. So I don't think it's ever going to come in Europe. I'd be shocked if it ever came in. I mean, never say never. The world is a weird place that changes from day to day with a lot of different things. But I'd be shocked if that came in. I legitimately would be shocked. I still can't believe Konza and Stone. Oh, no. Oh, why is he playing to Kane there? Kane's giving the ball away in Croatia. Oh, no, he's been fouled. Oh, that was horrendous from Harry Kane. What was he doing? He got away with one there. What was he doing? He went all the way back, picked up the ball, and then a really just sloppy it was a sloppy ball into him as well from Nico O'Reilly. It has to be said. He did him no favours whatsoever. But then Harry Kane's touch was the touch of you know what, and it was pretty poor. Really poor. But they've got away with one there. Harry Kane fouled on the follow-up. Does Anthony Albanese know how you feel about the Socceroos? Yep. Sent him an email and said we should be changing this nonsense. Someone needs to call it the Football-roos. Then I can get on board with the national team. Until they do that, I've got no interest. I think he's under enough pressure as it is from what I could read in the news. Pauline Hanson and One Nation are coming up. I mean, the fact that apparently, according to polls, that she is now the preferred Prime Minister is hilarious. I remember taking a piss out of One Nation when I was younger because... I just remember at school, like our high school, that's when she came into prominence. When I was in high school, she had her best line. I just remember her in the fish and chip shop going, "Please explain." That's what she's known for. And now she could be the leader. I mean, it's actually baffling. What has come of the world when the woman that said, "Please explain," is now being touted as potential future Prime Minister? I mean, what is going on with the world? I think it's quite funny, to be honest, but it's pretty funny. For me, I'd actually I can't say that because someone might be listening to this from the government and then they'd send me a bill for not voting. I'm going to shut up now while I'm ahead. But yeah. I think it'd be funny. If she ended up leading the country, mate, I'd just be like, "Please explain as leading the country." Oh, God. Who would want to be a politician? Who would want to be a politician? I couldn't stand it. You know what? Actually, I've long thought about this because I reckon I could be pretty good at selling crap to people in general. That's pretty much what politicians do. They sell crap to people. I reckon my policy would be, vote for me. I will abolish compulsory voting so you can do what I do and don't vote if you don't want. Oh, England! Oh, what a chance here from Matt Wakey! Bellingham's asking for another penalty. I don't think this is a penalty. I think he's actually pretty good defending for Croatia. And for once, I mean, Matt Wakey, he's copped some absolute brutal criticism from the unit tonight. But that is a top quality delivery into the box. I'm not going to lie. That was a brilliant ball in. It deserved a goal. It was a very good ball. But it turns out, pretty good defending there by Croatia. It's not going to be a penalty, even though Bellingham thought that it potentially should have been. But yeah, I mean, that was a real, I'm not going to lie, that was a very good ball into the box. I'll hold my hands up and say it, not bad ball. Maybe that's why Tuchel picked him for the squad. I just don't think he does it very often. I mean, it's really weird. I feel like this game has the typical England group stage feel about it. 1-0, that's it. Oh, look at that. Now, that's a couple of names on the back of a couple of England shirts I like to see. We've just seen a couple of fans with a Shearer number 9 and a Rooney number 10 on the back of their shirts. England greats of old. Oh, I tell you what, Bellingham's got away with one there. I mean, the referee here he's given a couple of lenient decisions here. He helped out a couple of England footballers that taken a bit too long on the ball. But sometimes that's what you need. If you're going to win the World Cup, you need the officials on your side. You need that luck, as they call it. Oh my God, I'm pulling the microphone out of here. What's going on here? Hopefully it was still good. Have we still got sound? Yes, we've still got sound. Very good. Man. I mean, this is like I feel it's actually weird. This Croatian team, outside of, there's no Rakitic and there's no, who's the other bloke that played in the midfield? I can't remember. But it feels like the old part of the golden generation of Croatian players has just been pulled out of retirement for one last go. Like, that's how Croatia are playing, I'm not going to lie. It's like Luka Modric, he was a fantastic player, but he's going to get nothing out of Declan. Oh, Jordan Pickford, that was interesting. I thought he was going to keep it in there, and he just got a little bit excited and in the end just put it out for a throw-in. That was a bit weird. Weird interaction. All right, Croatia try and throw a ball into the box. Looking for Perisic. The second crumbs comes down. Madueke actually with some half-decent defending. Now it is Bellingham on the charge. He plays out to Madueke with room to burn in front of him. Is he going to sit there? Can he deliver an end product? He gets into the box. He sits there. He does nothing with it at all and wastes a fantastic position. He plays it back to Reece James. Reece James clips it in. It's cleared away. Comes to Nico O'Reilly on the left-hand side. Actually, that's not Nico O'Reilly. It is Nico O'Reilly. Oh, my God. He looks slightly different in English shirt. Reece James now. Great ball to the box. Harry Kane rises, but so does the Croatian defender, and he gets in the way. Declan Rice then rides up, and I don't know what that was, but that is a pathetic attempt at a headed pass across goal, and Croatia wrap it up. Vardiol takes over. One of the few Croatian players that I recognise out there. He's done nothing. I've not even seen Vardiol until that moment there. Finally touching the ball. 34 minutes into the game. I just look at this Croatian team. They look slow. They look slothful. They look old. They look like me on a football field. Used to look. They still got it when they've got the ball at their feet. But outside with the ball at their feet, they look slow and they look like they probably should have hung up the boots about 10 years ago. Prozinecki will come on for the last 10 minutes. Would it be better to play 3 times 30 minutes and scrap the half-time break? Any thoughts? It's just adverts, in my opinion. I mean, it is. This is the US, right? They love a break and play. I mean, have you said, like, the NBA Finals, for what it's worth, I really wish I'd been more alive on Saturday night, because I actually would have done, I think it was the Brazil-Morocco game, and I think that game finished as the NBA Game 5 Finals. Oh, Croatia, what a hit! And that's it, 1-1. What an absolute banger! And England just going through the motions, and that is some goal. That's one of the goals of the tournament right there. He's just hit it. What a bang. That's 1-1. I mean, that came from nowhere. Croatia have offered absolutely nothing. And Nico O'Reilly's gone out of the thing. And then, John Stones of some... I mean, this is why John Stones shouldn't be in the team. The dude hasn't played football. And he's going to ground committing for no reason. Why is he committing there? Oh, it's a great hit. I mean, Jordan Pickford gets a good hand to it, but unfortunately it's not enough to divert it wide of the post or over the bar. But that is all because of the fact that John Stones defending... I mean, I sit there and say, Harry Maguire probably wouldn't have gone to ground there. He would have stood up because he's a slothful man and he would have just got his body in the way. John Stones goes to ground like a bloody witch's hat and gets completely taken out of the game, and Jordan Pickford lets him know. Jordan Pickford says, that's your goal, mate. He probably said, you're lucky Harry's not here, mate, because you wouldn't be in the team. But there you go. Tuchel's decision to go with John Stones in full effect there. That's crap defending. I mean, I always say, number one rule as a defender, you do not go to ground in the box. For two reasons. One, you're out of the game. Two, you're very highly likely to give away a penalty. And in this case, he's completely given himself out of the game by going to ground there, and he's just been completely sidestepped. It's pathetic defending from John Stones. Pathetic. 1-1. Anyway, great goal for Croatia. It's a very good hit, but that should never have been allowed to happen. John Stones should have stayed on his feet. It's definitely his mistake. I mean, it was a fantastic goal, don't get me wrong, but that chance should never be happening. John Stones should never have gone to ground and taken himself out of the game like that. It created the space for the entire goal to unfold. Thomas Tuchel. Go back to that squad selection. Mark Gahey wouldn't have gone to ground there. I've got very much faith in that. John Stones, though, a player that's got no match form, no match fitness, because he hasn't played pretty much all season long, and that's pretty much what you can expect. Useless. It woke me up, though, because I'll tell you what, the game was becoming a bit monotonous and a bit boring. Now England have to roll up again. My chip challenge is completely cooked in this game as well because I didn't think Croatia would score. So that's gone. Bloody England, useless. And they came from nothing. Croatia have offered nothing this entire game. And then just a moment of stupidity from John Stones has allowed him back in the game. Really poor concentration. By the way, has Anthony Gordon touched the ball yet? I've not even seen that man on the ball. Like, what has he offered? I feel like every time it's gone down the left-hand side, it's either been Nico O'Reilly or it's been Jude Bellingham. I actually have not seen Anthony Gordon on the ball. I've just realised he's playing because I just saw him running back and I was like, has he touched the ball yet? I would love to know his stats in the first half because I reckon he's barely touched it. And actually, yeah, I don't reckon he's touched it very much at all. Yeah, correct score bet in the bin, 100%. 100%. I still don't get it. What are they? It's bizarre. Really bizarre. Did Perisic just handball that? No, he didn't. He just jumped up and tried to do something funny. It was a really awkward action, that. I still can't. That England defence, there's no way a defensive duo of Konza and John Stones is keeping out Kylian Mbappe, is keeping out Messi, is keeping out Haaland. Like, just look at that defence and think there's no way that England are winning the World Cup with that defence. It's just not possible. They're not good enough. Oh, here we go. Mad Wakey chasing a lost cause, and he's done well enough to put a bit of pressure on there. I think, has he won a corner or is it a throw-in? He's won a corner. Here we go. Jude Bellingham across to take. No, it's not Jude Bellingham. It's going to be Mad Wakey probably. Maybe that's why he's in the team for his set-piece delivery. No, it's going to be Declan Rice. My God. Get it right, D-Unit. Sloppy unit. Oh, Declan Rice apparently started his international career with the Republic of Ireland. I did not know that. There you go. It's weird how they can switch allegiances. I don't understand the rules anymore. Declan Rice, corner in, header, 2-1. Harry Kane again. Oh, it's inevitable. Harry Kane, why didn't I knew he'd be good. I knew he'd be good. 2 goals at the double here gives England back the lead. 2-1. And that's what I expected. When I predicted 1-0, it was Harry Kane header off a corner. And sure enough, Declan Rice provides the goods here. I mean, this is why England are half a chance of winning. Because their set pieces are going to be way better than everyone else's. They always are. And Harry Kane rises. I mean, who's on him? He's literally by himself. He's just got a free run and jump at the goals. 2 goals to 1 anyway. England now back in firm control here. A fantastic set-piece delivery by Declan Rice. And Harry Kane, who just is allowed to run free at the ball, scores one of the easiest headed goals off a corner you'll ever see. Literally no one on him. No one on him. That was bizarre. Really bizarre. What are they doing here? I just can't believe no one picked him up. Why did they not pick him up? Anyway, Harry Kane at the double. Oh, he's too good. Bad strategy by Croatia. I know. Exactly what Mark said. What was the plan there? Just allow England's top goal scorer, record top goal scorer, has to be said, just let him have a free run at a corner. I mean, he's literally the best striker in the world, and you just allowed him free at a corner. I mean, what were they expecting? Him to sit there and say, "No, I don't want to score today." That's unbelievable, that is. Yeah, John, I mean, why on earth you'd follow John Stones, I've got no idea. That's the definition of just let that horse go to the water because it's not going to give you any bother. Oh, Matt Wakey, that was really good pressing there. Unfortunately, the ball doesn't roll for him. For what it's worth, Anthony Gordon still hasn't touched the ball. I legit have not seen him touch the ball this entire half. It's bizarre. I don't actually get what he's doing. The England fans are up and about. They don't want to go to work anymore. Neither do I. I don't want to go to work either. Let me join you. Let me join you. I mean, hopefully John Stones doesn't give him another freebie. Right, here we go. This is a bit of a good play. Nico Riley to Declan Rice. Declan Rice plays it back to Nico Riley. Nico Riley down the left-hand side. He looks up. He cuts it back. That's not a very good cut back. Oh, Anthony Gordon's finally got himself a touch. Got a little pass away. I mean, Jude Bellingham, he's baited the referee into a decision there. I agree with the Croatian players protesting the decision. I think Jude Bellingham went to ground very, very easily there. He didn't even get touched, really. He just fell over. But unfortunately, the referee has been conned into thinking that is a free kick. And it's going to be an England free kick here. This is definitely in Declan Rice territory. Pretty good position. It's also in Reece James territory. I forgot that Reece James is on the field. I'd actually prefer Reece James to take it. He's got a wicked free kick here. It's about 30 yards out from goal, directly in front pretty much, just slightly to the left of centre. A very good position here for the free kick prowess of Declan Rice. And look, here we go. We've got 5 bloody minutes of added time because of the bloody hydration break. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You got to love these hydration breaks, man. They need to just put them in the bin. I need to put them in the bin. Anyways, 5 minutes of injury time to go here. I've stopped the clock so that way we know it's half time. Yeah, no, I mean, Anthony Gordon is just... I'm not surprised. Anthony Gordon is just not very good. I'm legit shocked why some of these players got picked and why they're actually in the starting lineup. Like Anthony Gordon might as well have been a witch's hat out there because I think he's touched the ball about 5 times. And he hasn't run at a defence at all. And I assume the reason why he was in there is to run down the left-hand side and cross the ball to Kane. I've not seen it once. Reece James into the wall. No good. Oh, maybe he's in there for the pressing ability. I mean, he has just forced a throw in for Croatia. But, I mean, that's probably his 5th touch of the half, and that was just him defending. I mean, what is he offering from an attacking perspective? He's absolutely nout. Oh, I agree. Jude Bellingham is going to be one of them players that Mourinho goes, he's not fit, or his work ethic's crap, or something like that. 100%. He's not a Mourinho player, is he? Just with the way he runs, yeah, I could easily see him getting benched. I'd agree with that. I don't think he's a Mourinho player. I'm actually shocked that Mourinho's back at Real Madrid. That is not something I thought I'd ever see. But here we are. We are seeing it. For the Matt Wakey, I know I've criticised him as hard, but he's been a hell of a lot better than Anthony Gordon. Like a hell of a lot better than Anthony Gordon. He still hasn't been great, but at least he's put a ball into the box and looked half threatening. Anthony Gordon looked like a literal passenger out there. That's got to have gone out of play. Surely that's gone out of play. And it has. 2.5 minutes to go of the first half. I still can't believe that Harry Kane's allowed a free run at the goal. There's no one actually on him. There's an old geezer in the crowd that looks like he's done a couple of lines, doing a little bit of a groovy samba-looking shuffle. He looks like he's enjoying himself out there in the States. Oh, Harry Kane's giving the ball away again. Oh, get up. This is what I don't like. You can see that the referee's not going to play the free kick. Just get up. You're fine. And sure enough, he's fine. Oh, far out. Croatia going for another worldie. I thought that was actually on target there for a second. Harry Kane's putting his hands out going, why am I not getting the free kick? Well, they're not going to give you everything, Harry. Yeah, it looked a lot closer than what it was. It was significantly wide of the post in the end. I mean, Harry Kane's complaining about getting clipped. I didn't even see him get clipped on the replay. If it was very mild. Oh, risky ball across the ground there from Croatia, but they've got away with it just about. Harry Kane's then given away the free kick, and he's not happy about that. Luka Modric going to ground, but I do think that was probably a free kick. Modric will be feeling that one tomorrow. When you're 40 years old, I can attest to this because I'm almost there. That kind of contact, actually, you'll feel that in the morning. Your back will be hurting. Modric is literally just playing like a quarterback here. There's a reason why England have dominated the ball in this half. It's because the Croatian midfield of maybe even 4 years ago would be well in the game here. But the Croatian midfield as it is, I feel like this World Cup is just celebrating the old guard, and the old guard have looked pretty sloppy in general across the opening round of fixtures. Oh, Croatia pulling behind. It's 2-2. I say, surely it's offside in the first bit of it's offside. I mean, how have they created another goal there? I felt like Perisic was offside. I'm not sure that this is going to be a goal. That was all too easy. Look at that defense again. Is he on? Is he on? Ah, he's off. Surely he's off. He's off. He's got to be off. That his shoulder's offside. I think he's offside. I'm pretty confident this is going to be ruled out. That was so easy. Look at that centre back pairing. John Stones and Konza are not going to win you a World Cup. Frankly, they're not going to win you a World Cup. Just hands down, they will not win you a World Cup. Apparently, VAR can check after the halftime whistle. Wow, apparently that's onside. I swear to God that looked offside. Well, there you go, folks. Right on the stroke of half-time, England have conceded. Literally the two things that Croatia have created, England have conceded from. The defence has just been bang ordinary. Defence is wank. I actually can't believe how bad that defending is. That defending is criminal. Absolutely criminal. Konza and John Stones as a centre-back pairing. Why is Mark Gahey not in the team? Why is he not in the team? And now look at the other options. He's got Big Dan Burn, bless him. He's a hard worker, but he's not really international caliber. I mean, I still come back to this thinking. Why is Harry Maguire not in that squad? He's actually, like, every World Cup that England's done well in, Harry Maguire's made the team of the tournament as a defender. Why on earth? I don't get it. I've seen the defending for both goals. John Stones massively at fault for the first one. Konza massively at fault for the second. It's like both defenders are just bang ordinary. And like Thomas Tuchel thinks that centre-back partnership is going to win you a World Cup. You're deluded, mate. You might as well resign if you think that centre-back pairing is going to win you a World Cup. It's not. I mean, if they're conceding 2 goals against a pedestrian Croatia that pretty much half their team should have been retired at the last World Cup, and you're conceding 2 goals in one half, you probably need to turn it up on your defensive mentality because it's crap. I'd take them both off. I think they've both been poor. I mean, you should be 2 goals up, and you're not because your defence is crap. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Defence, just no good. Yeah, 3 defence shouldn't be there. Yep, Bellingham doesn't look like he wants to defend with the rest of the side. O'Reilly and Stones and no Gahey. I know. I don't understand it. I don't understand the defence. The defence makes no sense to me. I wish I could explain it, but there's no world where I could sit there and say I would ever pick John Konza. I don't even know if his name is John Konza. Maybe it is Eric Konza. Maybe it's Eric Konza. I don't know. And John Stones. John Stones played 215 minutes of Premier League football this season, and you're asking him to be part of a centre-back duo at the World Cup. I'm not going to lie, I don't understand it. And I didn't see anything in that half that made me understand why him, Konza, and Anthony Gordon are in the starting lineup in Matchday 1. I don't get it. Who is even on the bench? There's Dan Burn, there's Mark Gahey. Mark Gahey must be sitting there going, this dude is an idiot. Which I would, based off what I've just seen, I would agree. I would definitely say that he's an idiot. Let's have a look at who else they've got on the bench. Where's the bench? They changed the UI of the ESPN thing, and like now you can't see who's on the bench anymore. Like who's on the bench? Where's the subs? Full player stats. Maybe it's in here. Oh, here we go. On the bench, Morgan Rogers, Jordan Henderson, Eze, Tony, Watkins, Mainu. Oh, I mean, look at this. Other than Mark Gahey, there's no one else on the bench that's a defender that you want to bring on. He's got Dan Burn, Spence, Kwanzaa. So he's got 3 defenders on the bench and they're no good. Other than Mark Gahey, the rest of the defense is garbage. Didn't they bring in Chalobah? Where's Chalobah? Didn't Chalobah get called up? He's not there, though. He's not on the bench. Maybe he didn't get called up in time to replace Livramento. Also, why is he picking Livramento? When he was injured to begin with, he could have picked Lewis Hall, but instead he picked Livramento, who was injured. I mean, oh, God. And I look at the bench, and I'm like, we've got Saka, Rashford, Mainu, Watkins, Tony, Eze, Rogers on the bench. That's funny. So the halftime panel, who's on the halftime panel here? Harry Kill's on the halftime panel. Of course he is, because it's an Australian coverage, isn't it? My God, this dude he is up there with Craig Foster as just a crap pundit. He just waffled. And who is that other idiot next to him on the right-hand side? I don't even know who that is, but he looks like he's got no clues about football either. They should probably hire me to go on there and talk some nonsense for them, because I'd probably be more intelligent what they're offering. Anyways, they're talking about England as a good unit going forward. Yes, we were a good unit going forward when we had players who knew how to attack, but Anthony Gordon is the definition of a plug, stop, gap, and offers nothing. I'm going to be rude to my grandparents, but I don't think I will be. I was going to say they'd offer more, and they're not here anymore. Sorry. But that's what Anthony Gordon has offered this half. He's offered now. He's literally offered now. Yeah. Thomas Tuchel masterclass, concede twice to Croatia, who have literally created. If Croatia had more than 2 shots this half, I don't think they have. I think they've scored by both shots. Let's have a look. Where are the team stats? Expected goals, 1.36 to England, 0.43 to Croatia. It's 4 shots. All right, so Croatia have had 4 shots for no saves. England have had 9 shots for 1 save, and it's 2-2. It's unbelievable. I mean, this is just, oh, God. It's like following England all over again. Like I should have known when I saw that starting like squad, it was going to just be a world of pain, and it's turned out to be exactly that. It's just annoying, because it could have been so much better. But here we are. Unfortunately, it's the way it is. Unbelievable. So he's not available this game. Okay, well, Chalobah's probably, to be what it's worth, I think Chalobah and Mark Gahey are probably a better centre-back pairing than what we've seen tonight. I'd be starting both of them. I think Chalobah's a far better defender than the rest. I would be starting O'Reilly, Chalobah, Mark Gahey, and Reece James in a back 4. If he's going with the back 4, that has to be the back 4. They are the best 4 defenders he has in the squad. That should be the back 4. Imagine leaving Harry Maguire and Levi Colwill at home so he can take Stones, Konza, and Bird. I know. I don't understand why. No wonder Harry Maguire was pissed off. I don't know if anyone watched the That's Football or whatever, but how awkward was it when they kept on asking him about it? I was like going, Harry Maguire's probably sitting there in his head going, I really want to say he's picked Eric Konza, who's crap. He's picked John Stones, who hasn't played any football, and he's picked Big Dan Burn, who's got one England cap behind him. And I'm sitting here having some beers with you lot. I mean, I'd be livid. I would be like, Thomas Tuchel's a fraud. Bring back Southgate. At least he could defend. Southgate teams did not concede goals like that. They did not concede goals like that. And for what it's worth, I know we've scored twice, but our goals have come from a set piece, which is a Southgate special, and from the penalty spot. Again, another Southgate special. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's actually worse than Southgate football, because now we can't defend. At least under Southgate we can defend. You knew Southgate teams, what they were going to do. Going to defend really well, and they'd try and pinch the odd goal. It's exactly how Michael Carrick's playing football, because Steve Holland is his assistant manager at Man United now, is we're going to defend well, and we're hopefully going to nick a goal, and we'll win the game. That was the Southgate game plan. I mean, Thomas Tuchel, I don't actually know what the game plan is, because I've not seen any attacks going down the left-hand side at all that entire half. Madueke, I think, has had about 2 moments. One, a really good ball, and the other one, what he normally does. Runs in, looks, gets into a great position, and does nothing with it, and then ends up playing it backwards. yeah, I really struggle to understand what the England team is about. Bring the waistcoat back, exactly. Oh, we do. We definitely make the matches interesting, that's for sure. That was a frustrating half to watch. I'm not even going to lie. That was really frustrating to watch. Because Croatia have offered nothing. They've got a bunch of pensioners out there that somehow have scored twice. Literally, they've got a bunch of pensioners out there and they've scored twice. Like Luka Modric is 40 years old. I mean, it's literally taken the piss that they've scored twice. And it just comes down to the fact that he's picked a horrendous bunch of defenders in the squad. And I think the papers are going to be all over it in the morning. Yeah, 4 goals, exactly. I mean, England's goals have just been the same stuff we've become accustomed to. It's just now we can't defend. We're still scoring goals the exact same way. Off set pieces and off the penalty spot. And yet now we're just conceding multiple goals because we can't defend anymore because we've left our good defenders at home. Where's Luke Shaw? I want to know where Luke Shaw is. Justice for Luke. No, he made the right call. I wouldn't have taken Luke Shaw. I would have taken Harry Maguire, though. I would have taken... So if he's going to pick 8 defenders, these are the 8 I would have picked. I actually really like the Reece James pick. If Reece James is fit, I think he is the best English right back in the team. I would have taken Reece James. I would have taken Harry Maguire, Mark Gahey. For what it's worth, I think Tarkowski is even a better defender than the defenders have got there. I would have taken him as well, and Chalobah. That would have been my back 4. Like, four centre-backs from that lot. I wouldn't have taken Konza. I don't know why Konza's there. I don't know why Konza's there. Konza and Kwanzaa, no idea. I don't know why John Stones is there because he's played no football all season. That's just a recipe asking for trouble. Then at left back, I would have taken Hall as backup to Nico O'Reilly. I think Nico O'Reilly definitely deserves a spot. I've got no issue with that one. And on the right back spot, you're probably right. You probably should have taken Trent as backup to Reece James. I've got no issue with that. Midfield, I've got no issue with the actual Anderson, Rice, Mainu. I think that's fine. It's the rest of the midfield I've got issues with. Jude Bellingham is probably lucky because he plays for Real Madrid, so he probably felt obliged to pick him. I don't really know what he offers outside of just being a bit petulant, to be honest with you. On the left-hand side, how Anthony Gordon got picked is still beyond me. I think Marcus Rashford actually had a pretty good season. I understand why he got picked, but I wouldn't have picked him. I would have taken Morgan Gibbs-White. I wouldn't have taken Madueke. I would have taken Jared Bowen. And I wouldn't have taken Ivan Toney. I would have taken bloody Danny Welbeck over Ivan Toney. I mean, we've seen what the Saudi League has done so far this tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, won the Golden Boot there. He did nothing in the Portugal game before. Why on earth you're picking Ivan Toney, I've got no idea. When you've got Danny Welbeck, who had a really good season for Brighton. And for what it's worth, D-Unit actually probably was a better pick than Ivan Toney as well. So, look, I don't know. Some really bizarre picks by Thomas Tuchel in the entire squad. Eze, I don't mind as well. I would have started Eze over Madueke today. I would have started Eze over Anthony Gordon today, but here we are. Anthony Gordon starts, and there it is. Perisic is 37-2, exactly. We're literally conceded twice to a bunch of pensioners. Gianni managed England. Yeah, legit. How many DCs has Anderson got so far? No idea, to be honest. And I've enjoyed not having to talk about him. It's actually been a refreshing change. Because now you can actually, like the tackles, I don't mind. I'm assuming Anderson might be close to the tackle threshold because he does love a tackle. And that, I don't mind that. Like, give it to stuff you can actually see in a game of football. Don't give it to stuff that no one actually knows what's what. Player stats. Let's have a look at that. Actually, I might be able to tell you here. Hold on. Is there a tackle here? What is a D-I-N-T? What's that stand for? Jewel 1. Elliot Anderson, yeah, he's won 4 jewels, so he'd have 2 extra points already for the tackles. So happy days for him. So he's already going to be on he's going to be on 5 or 6 points straight out the gate because he was under 5% owned. That's why I wanted to pick him, because I thought he'd be really good in that perspective, and he has been. Anthony Gordon has touched the ball 9 times. I was pretty close. 9 times Anthony Gordon has touched the ball. What has he offered? I actually don't know what he's offered. Anthony Gordon has offered crickets this entire half. He'd be lucky to come out for the second half. He's been that poor. He's actually been so bad. Oh, God. All right, second half. We're about ready to get underway. Croatia's players are already out there for the second half. England's are due to follow suit in a minute. Maybe they're getting a bit of a lecture about how to defend. Maybe they've drafted in Harry Maguire to explain to the defence how to defend. I know he is over in the States because he was on That's Football. I mean, this is going to be interesting listening to them dissect this because, I mean, the omissions are glaring in terms of defensively. I mean, the fact that we've conceded 2 goals literally from nothing and both of them have been from really pretty pathetic mistakes from the central defensive pairing. Yeah. This is what's wrong with American sports. So they've got the big screen on and people are doing dances to like music. I mean, this is so Americanized. It's ridiculous. Martin Tyler's trying to make it sound exciting. I can't make it sound exciting. It's just embarrassing, really. England players are still not out. Croatian players have been out now on the field, ready to go for a couple of minutes. Harry Kane is leading for all intents and purposes. Looks like a very dejected England team out for the second half. Anthony Gordon somehow is staying on the field because I can see him walking out. How he's still on the pitch is beyond me. 9 touches. 9 touches in the first half. What an absolute just shellacking. Declan Rice is offering some last-minute advice on how to defend to his centre-back pairing as well. Hopefully he can instill some defensive confidence in the team. Why don't there be any goals in this second half? I mean, for what it's worth, Croatia shouldn't have even scored in the first half. It's just sloppy play. Really sloppy play from England. All right, England are finally back on the field, which means they're about to get back underway here at long last. I feel like England just milked that halftime break to, well, what felt like absolute perfection, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, either way, we're about ready to go. Second half. Croatia are about to get us underway. It's going to be Luka Modric. Yeah, interesting. He's going to get us kicked underway for the start of the second half, and we're officially underway. All right, so let's hope there's more goals in the second half. Hopefully none for Croatia, but with the way that this defending went in the first half, I wouldn't be surprised if Croatia end up winning the game, and that would say it all, really. Anderson on 9 DC is unbelievable. Which strikers to pick for game week 2? I'm going to be picking Harry Kane, I think. God, he just scored. I mean, the thing is, with this England team, Harry Kane's going to score all the goals because Madueke's not going to score any. Anthony Gordon's not going to score any. The only other person that's likely to score one is probably Jude Bellingham in this starting lineup, or one of the boys off a direct free kick. Outside of that, I just don't see a world where anyone else scores. So Harry Kane looks like a pretty damn good pick. I thought he was a good pick in game week 1, and I wish I'd kind of gone with him because he's already scored a brace. Could end up getting a hat-trick here quite easily, I think. Yeah, every striker scored except CR7. Yep, that's right. Quinoris was Golden Boot winner in Saudi, scored the opener for Mexico. Yeah, he was really good for Mexico. I'm not going to lie. I was very impressed by him. Is it time for a hydration break yet? No, not quite. England! Oh, it's a goal. Madueke scored! No, it's Bellingham. Jude Bellingham scored. Oh, my God. I was going to say, there's no way Madueke's just scored there. Jude Bellingham, that's what he's about, folks. That's what he's about. 3-2. Another goal early in the second half here, and England are finally back in front. And that was a good goal. Not going to lie. Very good finish there from Jude Bellingham. This scoreline just continues to look ridiculous. 3 goals to 2 now. And look at that, Elliot Anderson with an assist. I don't freaking Madueke touched it. I don't reckon Madueke's touched it. I reckon it's an Elliot Anderson assist. Jude Bellingham, bang. I mean, that's a good finish. Thomas Tuchel very happy about that. I mean, England had started hot here straight out of the halftime break. Maybe that's why they took the extra thing. And Anderson, I mean, that's why I wanted to pick Elliot Anderson. Why didn't I just pick him? I had Elliot Anderson and Harry Kane both in the team, and I would have been looking like an absolute genius right now if I'd kept them in there on the deadline stream. In the end, I went for bloody Scott McTominay. Got fooled by all the Scottish viewers into that mistake. Oh, here we go. England are on here. They're on again. Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Oh, forces a save from the goalkeeper. Jude Bellingham was woken up in the second half. He's come into action here. Harry Kane forcing a rash kick out there straight from the goalkeeper. It's picked up there in the midfield. Jude Bellingham then hits it and forces a decent save, and it's out for an England corner. Declan Rice across the take. Maybe this is where Harry Kane gets his hat-trick. Surely someone's going to man him up this time. Surely they're not going to let the man have a free run at the corner again. They've got someone standing next to him this time. That's a good start. All right, Declan Rice, what can he do? Can he have another really good delivery? It is. Oh, it should have been 4. It should have been 4. Nico O'Reilly's headed it wide of the back post. Again, Croatia just... Well, Nico O'Reilly's free by himself, and he really should have scored. What are Croatia doing on set pieces? You can't just let people have free headers. Oh, Nico O'Reilly should have made it 4-2. I mean, England carving them apart off these. I mean, Croatia's defence at set pieces is criminal. You can't just allow someone to be free. Like, Declan Rice is capable of putting on anyone's head off these corners. If you're not picking someone up, he's probably going to find them. And you're probably going to concede another goal. I don't know what Thomas Tuchel's complaining about there on the sideline. Your team started very well in the second half. I think you just sit there and take it. And maybe he's complaining that Nico O'Reilly probably should have scored, and I'd agree. He probably should have scored. But, yeah. Glad I've turned in for the second half. Yeah, I mean, they've started very quick, very hot here out of the blocks. Maybe that extra moment inside the change rooms was worth it. Thought it's worth Anthony Gordon still running around like a headless chook out there, but he's trying to find his 10th touch of the game without success. Ball's up. Yeah, I can't believe that. That goal for Bellingham, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. I feel like the shot was on target. I feel like it did clip the defender's foot a little bit, but I think it's still going to go down as a Bellingham goal. I'm pretty sure it was still on target. England can't do well with a leaky defence. They won't be able to. Yeah, exactly. I agree. 100%. They need to fix that defence out. They actually probably need to bin Konza and they need to bin Konza and John Stones out, and they probably need to play Chalobah and Mark Gahey after this game. Like that, those two defenders they're a crap load better than the two idiots that are out there today. That's for sure. I've got no doubts about that whatsoever. All right, England on the counter. Anthony Gordon's finally touched it. He plays the first time ball straight to the Croatian defender. He's still done absolutely nothing out there. He's a glorified witch's hat today, Anthony Gordon. He's having the stand. You know what he's doing? He's having his classic FPL game. Last season, almost every game he was anonymous for, except when he got Nightmare a -4 points as captain because he got himself sent off. England, Declan Rice! Oh, far out. England are all over Croatia here. Declan Rice forces the Croatian keeper in an acrobatics yet again, and it's another England corner. I thought it looked like it was a far better shot than what it was. In the end, it was far too close to the goalkeeper. But Declan Rice there now chancing his luck. And I mean, the England are creating all sorts of problems here for Croatia for the first 6 minutes of the second half. Convert some of these. They're already shown they can't keep. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't agree more. Declan Rice. I mean, surely Croatia are going to sort out these corners. They can't keep allowing people to go free at them. It still looks like there's an England player free. I don't know what's going on here. And it is. It's Eric Conza that's free this time. Sadly, it's not one of Declan Rice's poorer deliveries in. He's going to get a second chance. So he goes past. Can he find the ball in? It's a good ball in. It's another corner. Perisic concedes the corner this time, and Croatia having to withstand a fair bit of English pressure here to begin the second half. All the English fans are standing in anticipation there might be another goal going in. Oh, the free ball from Anderson. Yeah, fair. Yeah, you could be right. It might have. Yeah, it definitely took a touch from someone. That was a weird. That's got to be a free kick, surely. Wow, okay, that looked like a free kick for once. I mean, Mad Wakey does flop on the ground a little bit. That's an Arsenal tactic. Definitely got fouled, though. Weird. Anyway, Croatian goal kick. That's interesting. Apparently, a really weird piece of information here from Martin Tyler that apparently Noddy Madwakey learnt Dutch when he was playing over there so he could learn what the fans were chanting about him. That's actually pretty funny. I think I'd do the same thing, to be honest, so I could understand. I'm like, what are you saying? That's a good reason to learn a language, I suppose. I probably would have just learnt Google Translate instead and worked out what those words were and then just asked it what it meant, rather than learn a whole language. This English commentary is actually not bad. I'm actually enjoying listening to this. I mean, I enjoy listening to Martin Tyler anyway. He's by far and away. I mean, if they had... The good news is he's going to be on every English game, which is always good news. Matt Wakey inside, looking for Jude Bellingham, and it's another England corner. Thomas Tuchel impressed with what he's seeing from an attacking perspective. Reece James on the overlap there with Noddy Madwakey linking up quite nicely, and it's 1 England, yet another corner here. Declan Rice to go across and take once again. I mean, Croatia have offered nothing this half so far. We've played almost 10 minutes now of the second half, and it's been one-way traffic. I mean, the problem is, though, we know that England, it was pretty much one-way traffic in the first half, except Croatia scored twice against the run of play. All right, Declan Rice, can he find another good delivery here? Ball in. Oh, shot! Oh, how's it not got in? Oh, it's another great header. I think this time it was from Jude Bellingham or someone. Oh, and then it's back in across the box, and it's another English corner. How have they not scored a fourth? Nico O'Reilly again. Unfortunately, this one is straight to the goalkeeper. Look at Anthony Gordon. He finally gets his 11th touch of the game, and it's a pathetic header. Oh, how is he still on the pitch? Marcus Rashford surely would have buried that one away. That is a really bad header from Anthony Gordon. Now, the referee is checking something here or waiting for VAR to check something. What are we waiting for here? No, apparently it's just a corner. Play on. I don't know what we're checking there or what we're waiting for, but that was a bit weird. I mean, English set pieces are just absolutely toweling up. It's inevitable they're going to score off another one here. Declan Rice with another point. England rises. The goalkeeper this time comes and elects to punch, and that's probably a good decision because there was a queue of English players lining up to head that ball at goal. Now there's an early ball into the box. Is it going to be another English corner? No, it's been kept in. Harry Kane just flicks it around the body. It's to the edge of the box. Matt Wakey to Harry Kane. Harry Kane goes for goal. Saved. Back in. Harry Kane. Another flap away from the goalkeeper, and it's they've lived to fight yet another day. But England retrieve the ball yet again. Edge of the box. Harry Kane. Oh, he can't get there. Far out. How have they not scored 4? How have they not scored 4? I mean, they should be home and away and long far out of sight. Croatia are on the rack. And the screws are getting tightened. Now the goalkeeper's gone down to try and waste some time. I mean, that's a great save down low to the left there for the goalkeeper from Harry Kane as he went looking for the hat-trick. And then some really good defending from I think it's Perisic. And they're going to make a change. Luka Modric off. The pensioner is off. Kovacic has replaced him in the 57th minute. Not a surprise because Croatia are getting overrun. Literally overrun here at the start of the second half, and you can't be carrying pensioners when you're getting overrun, and so one of them has made way. Where's my Anderson points? Good question. Where's FPL? Where are the FPL rules when you need them? I think in FIFA World Cup Fantasy, they're much tighter on the assist rule. So if it's touched by any other defender, I think it automatically rules it out as an assist for the attacker, if that makes sense. I think that's my understanding of it anyway. I mean, you can get away with a centre-back pairing if you're going to attack like this because England have done no defending this entire second half. Maybe that was the tactic. Maybe he said, look, we've just got to keep attacking because this defence is arse. So let's not be mucking around with it. And start of second half, England haven't really mucked around with it. They've been all over Croatia. They probably deserve to be a couple of goals up. But they do need to put this away because as we saw in the first half, they can look comfortable and then all of a sudden Croatia just pull a moment of magic out of nowhere and all of a sudden they score. Because when you've got a centre-back pairing of John Stones and Eric Konza, you're never going to be watertight, that's for sure. I mean, Jude Bellingham's starting to strut. That's always a dangerous sign. He's going to get ahead of himself in a minute, isn't he, Jude? Hey, Jude. I reckon Harry Kane's going to score a hat-trick here. I've got a strong feeling Harry Kane's going to score a hat-trick. Jude Bellingham trying Cruyff turns on Kovacic as soon as he's come on the field. I mean, Thomas Tuchel's... I don't know if he's enjoying that or not. I don't know if he would be enjoying that. It was a bit extravagant. You're 1 goal up. You can't be affording to be taking the piss at the moment, I don't think. Oh, Anthony Gordon again. Oh, God. There's a reason why we haven't played it down the left-hand side. The left-hand side is complete and utter arse. I kind of understand why he's picked Jude Bellingham in the starting lineup now because when you've got Matt Wakey and Anthony Gordon, you actually need someone to progress the ball, and Jude Bellingham, for what it's worth, is actually not bad at progressing the ball up the pitch by himself. I know what the Croatian bench are thinking at the moment, trying to work out how to stem the flow of the English attacks at the moment, I reckon. This is why I get nervous watching England. We're now starting to play the ball around the back again. We've not got the players capable of it. John Stones is no good. And neither is Eric Konza for what it's worth. And Jordan Pickford, I wouldn't say it's his strong suit passing the ball around the back either. That's clearly a foul by Perisic on John Stones, though, that one. That one's pretty easy for the ref to call. Don't know why all of a sudden the crowd noise has gone up. Maybe they're excited because we're about to make a defensive change. Or maybe it's because old mate Anthony Gordon's about to get subbed. I don't know. Either or. Yeah, exactly. They are much stricter. Yep. Yeah, I know it's annoying because you feel like that is an assist, but it's not. How much longer has Anthony Gordon got on this pitch? How he stayed on there for 61 minutes is actually beyond me. I still don't know what he offers. He actually offers nothing. Oh, now finally the commentators are talking about Anthony Gordon. He hasn't been able to get into the game too much this afternoon because he's done nothing. Like the other English players look at him probably going, how are you on the team? Is it because Barcelona decided to pay 80 million for you and Thomas Tuchel thinks he must be good? That's the only explanation I can offer. Because there's no other world where Anthony Gordon starting for England makes any sense to me at all. I wonder if he's actually going to make any subs here. Surely he does in a minute. We must be close to the 3/4 time break. 62.5 minutes gone, or just over 62.5 minutes gone. Surely the hydration break can't be far away. There's a bloke with a cowboy hat on. No idea who that is. Oh, we're at the Dallas Cowboys home arena, I've just realised. After Martin Tyler suggested why we're seeing a cowboy hat in the crowd. Oh, Nico Riley's giving the ball away here, and there we go. Croatia on the attack. And this is where it all gets a little bit dicey. Ball in. Oh, John Stones is he's like a bloody witch's hat getting turned inside and out. Oh, how is this guy starting for England? He can't defend. He looked like a poor man's Harry Maguire. Oh, he committed, and then he committed again, and then he committed again, and then it just... He's lucky that that's been given as a goal kick, I think, but it is a goal kick, and they get on with it quickly so it can't be brought back. But what is John Stones doing? He's horrible. Getting his 2-pointer for his piss break soon, yep. A foul here on Elliot Anderson by Kovacic, letting his trying to kick his new Man City teammate out the win. I don't know. There's a strong rumours that Elliot Anderson is going to sign for Man City, that they're apparently meant to be at the front of the queue. I don't think that's going to happen until after the World Cup regardless. But Kovacic letting him know that he's also at Man City at the moment and he's after his starting spot. So just letting him know early doors that he's got a fight on his hands potentially. Timu Maguire, mate, he's not even. I think that's unfair on the Timu brand, to be honest. I think he's a Wish Maguire. He's a Wish Maguire. I feel like Wish is poorer quality than Timu. Because Wish is never what you wanted. Oh, Anthony Gordon, mate. Where's he going? Oh, I mean, at least he touched the ball a couple of times. But he ran it out for a throw-in. Oh, he's just not very good. He's just not very good. Oh, here we go. You're going to get a couple more Croatian substitutes here. Palisic and some guy's name I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to bother. Some Mitrovic and Vuskovic and Musa are going off. And Marko Palisic and Matanovic are coming on. There you go. I think I've got it right the second time around. Matanovic. No idea who that is. Apparently plays Croatia. Some brown breaking news. Declan Rice is class, isn't he? Just watching him, like, I can't fault the one place in the team that England's team looks really good. Harry Kane, probably the best striker in the world at the moment. I don't think anyone can even dispute that, to be honest. I think he is the best striker in the world. I think he's better than Haaland. He offers way more in build-up play and everything else like that than what Haaland does. And then Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson, I think actually might be the best midfield centre midfield pairing in the world at the moment as well. So they've got world-class players up top and in that central midfield area. It's the rest of the team there's massive question marks over. Especially the centre-back pairing. The centre-back pairing at this tournament is, based on evidence from match day 1, is not going to win you the World Cup. Just thankfully, it's not going to do it. Outside of that, Madueke chasing another lost cause. I mean, the flanks have looked really poor. I thought Madueke and Anthony Gordon had done nothing to make me think they should be starting match day 2. Another sloppy play there from Konza and Stones. Oh, God. It's like when you've got a 1 goal lead, having that lot pass the ball around at the back is just fraught with danger. It actually scares you watching it. Well, Anthony Gordon actually did something then. Turned on the spot and played it backwards. Interesting to see what changes he makes here. We've now gone 68 minutes and he's still yet to empty the bench or make any changes. Which is, I'm not going to lie, 40 might have taken Anthony Gordon off by now because he's done nothing. I also thought the same about Madueke. I mean, is Saka actually any good? Harry Kane over the back, Anthony Gordon. Oh, God. Easily blocked. Jude Bellingham, that's good defensive work. Showing a little bit of appetite to get stuck in. That's nice. We like to see that. Oh, yeah, Morgan Rogers stripped and ready. Surely that's going to be for Anthony Gordon. Looks like there's going to be a double change here as well. I think like that might be Eze getting ready as well. Bringing Rashford on. Here we go, folks. It was inevitable. Right on time for the hydration break. It's the Macca's match break. That's what they're advertising as on SBS here in Australia. It's the Macca's match break. Someone bring me a McMuffin. Someone bring me a mighty McMuffin and a couple of hash browns. I could go that 5:30 in the morning. That'd be quite nice. This time's actually quite a nice time to wake up. 5:30. I'm ready to go. Let's roll. Let's cook today. I mean, these ads are pretty. I mean, look at this. Advertisement 1 of 4. The first ad we're looking at is a. What are we looking at here? What is this ad for? The RAC. Everyone loves a bit of the RAC, roadside assistance. Oh, no, it's not. It's Yui. We've actually got a bloke called Yui. Actually, it's not even Yui. Oh, my God, it's Yui Insurance. That's hilarious. Who's Stanley Tucci? Apparently, that's an SBS ad for a show that they have. No idea what that is. The third ad is one I can get on board with. Here we go. Everyone loves a can of Coca-Cola. Oh, God. What this hydration break is absolute arse. Everyone enjoys a can of Coke. It gives you euphoria. I don't think a can of Coke does. I think some other Coke does, potentially. Apparently, they're a sponsor of the thing. And then last ad. Oh, my God. This one goes for 30 seconds. This is inside another show currently being shown on SBS. I have no idea what it's about, but it's something I'm not going to provide any more insight on other than the fact it's called Insight and God knows what it's about. I'm over these hydration breaks. Burger King. Yeah, where's my Hungry Jack's ad? Where's my Hungry Jack's ad? Oh, God. They can recommence the football now. I've had enough of the 3/4 time break. All right, I think we're almost back. Here we go. Hydration break. No, we're still going. All right, Morgan Rogers is coming on for England. Surely that's the end of Madueke. Saka's coming on as well. Surely that has to be the end of Madueke. You can take a seat, mate, and probably take your shirt off. Cool yourself off. Oh, my God. They're now showing fans singing a Mr. Brightside. Thank God that's over. Anthony Gordon's off. Not a surprise. Looks like Declan Rice went off as well. He did. Gordon, Madwakey, and Declan Rice. Declan Rice had a fantastic game. The other two have been anonymous. Rogers, Rashford, and Saka have come on. This is a very open central midfield pairing now. Is it going to be Rogers alongside, or is it going to be? I'm assuming Bellingham's going to drop deeper. Yeah, it's going to be Bellingham and Anderson in the central midfield pivot, and it's going to be Morgan Rogers playing ahead of them. Then it's going to be Rashford off the left and Saka off the right, with Harry Kane still leading the line. I mean, this is where Croatia score a third, isn't it? Because we're going to be so much more open now. And we're probably going to, Saka comes on immediately clattered into by Perisic, who helps him back up onto his feet. Rice is off. Yep. I know, I couldn't believe that as well, but Rice has gone off. Mark Subbins needs to give us manual subs and scouting bonus. 100%, couldn't agree more. Instead, he'll probably give us extra DC shots off target and some other crap stat that no one asked for, that no one can count. And we'll still be sitting there scratching our heads about whether that counted or not. I mean, they could, if they've got any brains outside of trying to make money out of the game by selling it off to these third-party websites, etc., they will actually just abolish DC and add in what the FIFA have done, which is so much easier to count. Like, everyone can count a tackle. We know what a tackle looks like. We also know, I don't like the shots on target for what it's worth. I think the shots on target points are crap. I love the scouting bonus. I think the scouting bonus is brilliant. I think that would change weekly because obviously lots of people will be chasing players and they won't go unpicked for long. But it would encourage people to make transfers rather than hold them because there'd be extra points on offer, which I think is always a good thing. I just think that I think the point scoring in general for this game is way better than what it is in FPL. Marcus Rashford almost getting in behind, but the goalkeeper equal to it. All of a sudden, he already looks more of a threat than what Anthony Gordon did for God knows 67 minutes worth. I'm on a 4-hour hydration break now. Yes, get the beers in. This game actually is at a pretty decent time in England, I believe. It started at 9 p.m, the missus said. $15 minutes to go, pretty much, plus the 5 minutes for the hydration break that we've had. All far out. Croatia doing some dicey stuff at the back there, but unfortunately England unable to get in amongst it and win the ball back. For what it's worth, I feel like if I had to pick the starting lineup from the players available today, I think I would have gone with O'Reilly, James, Mark Gahey, and Konza. I would have gone with Jordan Pickford and goals. Oh, Croatia almost getting it again. Oh, so easy. Defensively, we're an absolute shambles. Just as Croatia, the Croatia two passes into the box. The problem is that Nico O'Reilly goes wandering. That's why you need Mark Gahey there instead of John Stones. Because Mark Gahey's been literally playing that position next to Nico O'Reilly all season long, so he knows what he's going to do. John Stones is just a sloth that looks like he hasn't played football almost all season, which is correct. He hasn't. And yet he's starting. I just still don't get it. Why is Mark Gahey not in the team? I stand by that. This team will not win, not go close to winning with that defensive partnership. It's not good enough. Frankly, it's not good enough for the Premier League, let alone the World Cup. And look at that, Croatia going with another shot. Taking off Declan Rice, I don't know what Tuchel's thinking. You're one goal up, mate. You shouldn't be making extravagant changes here. John Stones. I mean, this is what happens when you got a centre-back pairing of Eric Konza and John Stones. It's painful to watch. Painful. Oh, I agree. It's 100% not going to be enough. Croatia are definitely probably going to score a third. Well, the way this defence is, it's a rubbish defence. And you've literally just made the team defensively weaker by taking off Declan Rice and replacing him in the team with Jude Bellingham. Like, Jude Bellingham is nowhere near as good as Declan Rice in that role. I don't think you'd find anyone that would... Oh, here we go. England getting carved apart again. Oh, it's offside this time. Oh, they need to make a change here. Defensively, they need to make a change. Croatia have really taken the impetus since the hydration break. We've lost all sense of shape since those changes. And it's because of the fact that Declan Rice isn't there anymore. I don't understand why he made that sub. If anything, it should have been Jude Bellingham off for Morgan Rogers, if that's what you're going to do. All right, Croatia are making another change here. It looks like England are about to make one as well. Hopefully to correct this shambles that we're seeing here since the hydration break. Vlasic is on for Croatia. Actually, I don't think England did make a sub. No, they didn't. It was Palisic and Baturina that came off on Vlasic and Kramaric. Oh, Kramaric. Isn't Kramaric like 50 years old? Isn't that the guy that used to play for Pompey back in the day? Like, he's got to be ancient, right? He has to be like 50 years old, Kramaric. Is it the same bloke I'm thinking of? The one that bloody Harry Redknapp signed? I'm sure Kramaric is that one. He must be 50 years old. All right, here we go. He's correcting the mistake. Jude Bellingham off. That's got to be for Kobe Mainoo, surely. Jude's off. I'd just be making some defensive changes. I'd be bringing on Mark Gahey. I don't know why Mark Gahey's not come on. So, yeah, Jude Bellingham off, and it's... Okay, I have no idea what this lineup is now. Jed Spence has come on. What is going... What is this lineup? How's Jed Spence in the England team, man? He played for Spurs. Why would you take any Spurs players to the World Cup with the season they've had? Oh, God. I forgot that this guy was in the squad. 100% Croatia are getting a third in this game. What are these changes? Kranjčar. Yes, that's the one. Niko Kranjčar. Why did I get him confused with Kramaric? Kranjčar was also Croatian, right? Maybe he wasn't even Croatian. I'm just thinking that he was. Oh, this is so easy. Croatia. Oh, far out. Defensively, we're in absolute shambles since these changes. I don't know what Thomas Tuchel's doing. 32 and he played for Leicester. Thank you very much, G. Hoffenheim play. Where's the big boys and their review picks? A one-goal lead. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with these changes. These changes have been horrendous. I'm just watching this team. I'm like, we've got Jed Spence. We've got a Tottenham defender on. We've got a bloke that hasn't played any minutes pretty much all season. And we've got Eric Konza. And Aston Villa's defence weren't very good this season either. And look, Croatia have scored 2 goals from 0.38 XG. Tells you all you need to know about how pathetic defensively we've been. And how we look like we've got a really soft underbelly. I would not be surprised if Croatia scored a third and has finished 3-3. And they've got no right to be anywhere near us. England have dominated large parts of the second half. But since that hydration break, and the changes. I mean, defensively, the team has gone out. The gurgler, Jed Spence running in behind. Maybe I need to shut up. But no, he unfortunately can't put the ball away. I mean, that was a pretty good piece of play there, but Jed Spence unable to apply the finishing touch. Maybe if he bought on Kobe Mainu, Mainu might have been able to provide the finishing touch instead. I was trying to work out who's playing where. It's like Elliot Anderson's just a midfield person by himself at the moment. There's no one else out there. Marcus Rashford, that's not going to be his finest moment in glory. I think I've worked out what's happened. Reece James has come into central midfield. That's what's happened, and Spencer's gone to right back. Oh my God, that is not a good change. I'd be going down the right-hand side all day long. You're playing against a Spurs player. I mean, Croatia is seeing way too much of the ball here. Way too much of the ball. Marcus Rashford just punts it upfield and it's gone straight back to Croatia. Croatia back on the front foot again. This time, surely they're going to go down the left-hand side. No, they go back inside. No, not Elliot Anderson. I mean, Kovacic picks it up, plays it out to the right-hand side. Stančić takes over. Croatia have definitely found a second win here. England have stopped. And we're encouraging them to defend. Oh, my God. Jordan Pickford comes out, runs into his own player, thankfully punches the ball away. Oh, Spence is just getting railroaded like a little ragdoll left or right down there. Can't get his foot in the way. Unfortunately, the ball mounts to nothing. What am I watching? Yeah, 20 shots for England is correct for the 3 goals. They've been pretty wasteful in the second half, to be honest. Should definitely have scored more than the 3. I mean, this is all Croatian attack at the moment. Oh, they've just allowed him to come through. But thankfully, the shot from distance is fairly weak, and Jordan Pickford starts yelling at a few people in front of him about, what are we doing up there? Let's sort it out. There is no way England can play like this in the next 10 minutes and get away with this. This is just asking for trouble. Asking for trouble. I tell you, this is actually providing something for the Croatian fans to get excited about, because the way England are playing, they keep giving them the ball back. I mean, watching England play it out from the back with this team at the moment is it's painful viewing. Here we go, Saka down the right hand side. Here we go. This is a little bit more like it. Saka, here we go. Great chance here. Out to the left, Marcus Rashford! 4-2! Rashford kills the game, and that's why he should be starting, and Anthony Gordon should be on the bench, because there's end product when Marcus Rashford's on there. Hate him or love him, the dude will deliver the goals, and maybe Michael Carrick should bring him back to Old Trafford because Barcelona don't want him. 4-2, that's got to be game put to bed, surely. Marcus Rashford makes it 4-2, and I can't see Croatia coming back from here. And it was all a bit of, I mean, this is why these 2 players should have been starting to begin with. Saka plays it out wide to Marcus Rashford, who sits there and just says, Anthony Gordon, sit your ass on the bench for Matchday 2, because it's my turn to shine. And Barcelona, why are you paying £80 million for a bloke that can't do anything, and when you could have paid $20 million for a bloke that knows how to put the ball in the back of the onion net? I don't understand it. I don't understand how anyone would want Anthony Gordon over Marcus Rashford, and there is the proof in the pudding. He's been on the pitch for 10 minutes. He's got a goal. Anthony Gordon was on there for 75 minutes and touched the ball about 14 times. And Marcus Rashford says, that's for you, Tuchel, baby. Start paying attention. Get your head in the game. No Man United bias. One does have to wonder what Barcelona are thinking, though. Finally, John Stones is getting the hook. 86 minutes gone. Get this fraud off the pitch. Finally, Mark Gahey gets a turn here. I feel much better already. Yeah, but he's crap. That's the only problem, G. It's like sitting there and comparing Frost to Bayer. I'm never picking Frost. Even though Frost isn't even any younger. He's a year older than Bayer, but the neither here nor there. It's like comparing apples and oranges. One tastes sour, one tastes good. One tastes bitter, sorry, and one tastes juicy. I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, 87 minutes in, maybe he's realised that that's what needs to happen. The large screens around England's pubs are safe for another game. They are. There'll be no one hurling a pint glass at the glass tonight. I still don't know why Marcus Rashford didn't start. Spence can't keep the ball in. I mean, the game should be safe now. You get 2 goals up. It should be game over from here. Surely. Any Starmer chance? Nah, because Starmer probably needs to just resign. I think you know what? I could run for Prime Minister in England, and my entire pitch would be, we're going back to the European Union. And I reckon I'd win. I would offer no other policy. I'd just be like, I'm going to take England back into the European Union. Yeah, English passport is now going to be worth so much more like it used to be 5 years ago or whatever it was. And we're not going to have any of this Shigan or whatever it is, that 90-day bollocks and all this malarkey. That would be my entire pitch. That'd be my one policy. And I'd storm the election. I agree. Gahey should definitely be starting 100%. So apparently the commentators, I mean, Martin Tyler and that are talking about now that the teams that have had the pace to get across the ground have looked the best. For what it's worth, I think that England have looked a hell of a lot better since that, attacking wise, like with Saka and Rashford on the pitch rather than Madueke and Gordon. I don't think we need to see Madueke and Gordon start another game this tournament. It definitely has to be Saka and Rashford for me moving forward. If that's the formation he's going to play, I think that there's the changes he should be making for Matchday 2. Chalobah and Mark Gahey in for Konza and John Stones. And it should be Saka in for Madueke, and it should be Rashford in for Gordon. I'd be pretty happy with the lineup. I don't think there's much to bring on off the bench. That's the only problem with that lineup, because any sub you make is going to make the team weaker. But Harry Kane's gone down holding an ankle, but no, he's back up on his feet. He looks fine. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. That's all I'm going to say moving forward. Just hopefully they can get the business done with a little bit of luck. That's a good result anyway. This is, for what it's worth, I think this is the hardest group game for England. The other 2 group games should be pretty standard and pretty easy. Panama's not going to give them any grief whatsoever. And for what it's worth, I think that potentially the Ghana game, I haven't seen that game. I haven't seen Ghana play yet, but I don't think either of those 2 teams are going to cause England any issues. It's just going to be once they get out of the group stage that they're going to run into better teams that they can't afford to be playing with this kind of defense. The only thing I can think of is that maybe Tuchel is seeing the group stages. We're going to just rest a couple of guys that have been overworked this season. That's all I can put it down to, because there's no world where John Stones and Konza should be starting in front of Mark Gahey. Like, he is literally England's best defender in the squad. And how he's not started tonight is that's the only explanation I can come up with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Saka has to be fitness related. I think he even said as such. But I mean, surely Mark Gahey has to be the same. There's no way he can think that John Stones and Konza are better defenders than Mark Gahey is. One didn't start for Man City and the other one did. Explain that one. That one doesn't make any sense to me. And the fact that John Stones literally starts tonight in the same spot that Mark Gahey did for Man City all season long makes you wonder why on earth he's not been picked. Is it because of the fact that he just wants to give him an extra bit of rest? I don't know. Maybe it is. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. 4 more minutes of added time here to go. It should be pretty much a case of just seeing it out to the end of the game. Got your Anderson points. Nice. Yeah, I still don't understand why Barcelona spent 80 mil on Gordon. A lot of people say it's about the wages. Marcus Rashford was going to cost him £20 million compared to 80 million for Gordon. That's 60 million. If they're doing it to save money on the wages, well, you're saving the money on the transfer fee. Who cares what you're paying in wages if you're saving that amount of money? That's 60 million pounds. You can afford to pay him an extra 150 grand a week for 5 years. It's still going to be a cheaper deal. I really don't understand the economics behind the Gordon versus Marcus Rashford. I don't get it. Yeah, it's something I'll open up and say I've got no idea what Barcelona are thinking. Makes no sense. Yeah, exactly. Gahey has definitely been their best defender by some distance. That has to be a minutes management thing. But I thought you would have managed his minutes in the next 2 games rather than against Croatia. That's just how what I would have done. But then again, I'm not the England manager, so what do I know? Anyway, it's a late quarter here for Croatia, won by Perisic off the leg of Spence. That's interesting. He's opened up the advertised hoardings. He's going to come in. He's going to run him from in between. This is an interesting look. It's like he's gone around the corner. Here we go. Ball in. Decent ball in. Headed back across goal. Oh, should have been 4-3, but it's not. Harry Kane throws himself at it. Very good defending there. Now England on the counter. Marcus Rashford. He's got to play to Saka. Saka looks inside. Can he play it back to Rashford? He can. Rashford. No. He's lost the ball. Oh, I thought it was going to be 5-2 there for a second. Marcus Rashford kind of knows. Harry Kane's down, holding his leg. What a desperate block there from Harry Kane. Hits him in the midriff. Almost in the ball sack, but in the midriff. And very good defending. I mean, Harry Kane defending better than what Konza and John Stones have done all day. Morgan Rogers, very good. I mean, Morgan Rogers, a very good hold-up play there, has won the free kick from Croatia, and this should pretty much see it through to the end. 1 minute left to play here as we see out the end of this third last game of match day 1. We've got 2 games to go still. Elliot Anderson trying his luck there, nothing doing. Yeah, it wasn't boring Southgate ball for 90 minutes. That's 100% sure. It definitely needs work defensively, though. They can't defend like that against better teams. That they'll get absolutely murdered if they do that against the better teams. Harry Kane trying to snatch glory with a hat-trick with pretty much the last kick of the game. It's gone into the stands, and the fan doesn't want to give the ball back. He's going to take that one home in his backpack by the looks of it. Yeah, it's a common thing in America that if the ball goes into the stands, you get to keep it. Unless it's a basketball, obviously. And that's it. England have won their opening match day here, 4-2. Some pretty sloppy defending throughout, it has to be said. But they had far too much firepower here for an ancient pensioner-looking Croatian team. Sorry, Croatian fans, but your team is old, and I don't think you're going to do any damage at the World Cup at all based off what I've seen today. Your team is very pedestrian-like, and other than the fact that England literally, just poor defending, literally gave you 2 goals, you're not going to find any luck against the better teams later in the tournament, and I think you'll actually be struggling to beat Ghana based off what I've seen today. But yeah, 4 goals to 2 there. England get off to a flying start. I'll hopefully be back on the weekend with a couple more watch-alongs. I'll be back with potentially a deadline stream later tonight as well for Matchday 2. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you did, smash a like on the way out, and I'll see you all very soon. England on the way to glory, or is it on the way to ruin? We'll have to wait and find out. But I tell you what, if he picks bloody Anthony Gordon, Konza, and John Stones again in the starting lineup, I might have to sit there and write a word to the king and get this fraud removed from the head job. Anyways, thanks for watching. D-Unit out. England, 4 goals.